Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So my next recommendation is actually Canara Robeco Asset Management Company. So this IPO came on October month. So the range was IPO range was 253 to 266. Now actually it is trading at a kind of 52-week low. So it has gone till 354, but people have booked the profit, and this is at the verge of getting the price, discovery phase. So whatever the IPO will get listed, so later on they will try to find a right price. So this is at that stage where the price determination is happening even after the quarterly result has been declared yesterday. So it is at actually 252-week low. So as you can see, 350 was highest price. Now it has come down to 250. So that, I mean, the market cap is a small cap. Market cap is 4,900. What I like is this ROC and ROE are good, and this is actually asset management. It is a mutual fund house. If you see Canara Robeco small cap fund and all, they are really doing good. It's also one of the renowned AMC where they will manage the money, and mutual fund house actually. So yeah, just what and all I like is the ROC and ROA is good. Promoter holding is really good, 75%. Dividend holding, I mean dividend also they're paying little bit, but number of shares is also very less. If you see here, only 20 crores, and peg ratio is also good. 0.54 is the peg ratio. That means if it is less than 1, it is good. But what I like is also, they will collect the money from the mutual fund holders, those who will also be doing the SIP and all, and then they will collect the fees. I think monthly fees, annual fees and other things, annual expense ratio. So that's how they make the money. As you can see, it is at 52-week low. That is also one reason. It's actually kind of a margin of safety is there. So company is debt free anyway. What I like is, the whatever the money they make, so this OPM I like. So you should always try to get into the business where the operation margin is really good. So if you see this one, 60% is operation margin, but however there is also a lot of competition. There are also other fund houses available like ICICI, HDFC, Nippon, Aditya, UTI, Shriram, and so many other mutual fund houses are there. Everywhere I think the competition is there for sure. You can also see the market cap. I think it is also one of the lowest. I think Shriram AMC, I'm not sure. I never heard any big mutual funds of this Shriram AMC. But however, these Canara Robeco is also very famous one, and they're also really doing the good job. So yesterday quarterly result came. Revenue also, I think it is increased a little bit compared to September, but however it is similar to June quarter. Here also the profit is 70 crores, profit before tax, and after tax is 53. I think that's also one reason market did not like it. It's not so much good, but I think, as I said, this is a good margin business where just they will manage the mutual funds, and the fund manager will be there, and they will collect the money by the expense ratios. As long as the market is going good, anyway, Indians, even if you see now also, the percentage of equity holding is very less. The penetration is very less for Indian market compared to the US and other European countries as well. So people are slowly getting into this mutual fund, and also there are a lot of advertisements also being given. Mutual funds IE and all those advertisements have been there. That's why people are also getting educated, and they're investing a lot of money. And they're also, I think, good thing is they're also showing a lot of patience. Indian investors, even though FI has withdrawn a lot of money from couple of years, so because of the Indian retail investors money flowing through mutual fund, SIP and all, so the market is stable. Otherwise, if the same money would have been withdrawn, and if there is no support from DIIs or the mutual fund houses, the market would have definitely corrected a lot. So that is good thing. I think the revenue is also getting increased. You can see 3-year sales, it is 35%, and even profit is also 47%, and good margin business. I think this is what I like. So if you are thinking of getting into a high margin business, and also having a percentage of promoter holding is good, 75%. You can get into this kind of businesses. Of course, I'm not a SEBI registered financial advisor. Please check, do your own analysis or check with your financial advisor to invest or not to invest. So I think anyway debt is negligible. You can see the reserves here, 480 crores is there. That means this is a cash rich company. If you get into cash rich company at a good reasonable valuations or 52-week low price, I think you can either start accumulating now. Whenever you are investing, you should make into 5 parts. Try to invest in 5 parts. If you want to let's say invest 5 lakh, so buy 20,000 now, wait for another 1 or 2 months. If it comes down, you can also buy. I think if you identify the good businesses, you don't need to keep the stop loss, I think. And if you have a visibility of long term, you always remember one uh, word of Warren Buffett: if you are not able to hold the stock for minimum 10 years, don't even think of holding it for 10 minutes. So if you go with this approach, you will always buy good businesses which are high margin and huge potential. If you, as I said, I know there is a huge potential. The Indian penetration is less than 10 only, I think, the equity presence. So that's why this is a kind of a industry where the huge growth will be there in the future as well, and good profit, good margin is there, and high promoter holding, 75% is there. And I think there is no risk of losing the money and all, unless otherwise the kind of COVID cases comes where the market fully falls down, then the people get scared and then the investment will stop. That time, I think that is the only risk I can see here. The money, these mutual fund houses will not get the money, and they will not make the money. This is the only risk I can see. So promoter holding is 75%, as I already said. So you can see Canara Bank is holding, and other FI companies there. I think this Orix Corporation. So these two are the main promoters. I think 75% they're holding, and also DI also entered now. Nippon Life has entered 2.49, SBI's PSU fund has 1.88, and all these are the DI's holdings. So you can also go through the screener.in, and you can also check the presentation. I don't want to go through the details. You can also check, I think, what is the AUM and all those things. You can see the industry AUM, it was 68,000. Now it has moved to 81,000. So 18% growth is there. And even if you see this company also, it is also done good. SIP inflows also, as you can see here, this is keep on increasing. 17% growth is there. That means people, our Indian retail investors, really started believing the equity market. That's why if you see the growth here, it's also really doing good. Yeah, this is the asset for Canara Robeco. So they are totally managing 1,223 crores. And number of portfolios also, you can see investor base in million, 5.07 millions. They've increased it here. Segment wise also, individual investors or institution, you can see the details here. Multi-channel distribution, yeah, there are also regular funds and direct mutual funds. Direct is actually very less. People are also increasing, but it's not that much, 25% as of now. So others, distributors and all, they're distributing actually the mutual fund. Yeah, overall I would say you start accumulating. So revenue and all I already shown you. You can also check the presentation. I don't want to go through the details, but in a nutshell, I think this is a cash rich company, and having a good margin, good good percentage of holding, and debt anyway zero, and number of equity is also very less, 20 crores. So I would definitely advise you to have a look on this or add it in your watch list whenever you feel if it falls more because of the market correction. So you can also start accumulating.